Hi, and thanks for joining me again. A large fire that burned throughout the night Tuesday in Silver Spring drew a lot of attention. It happened at JoAnn Leleck Elementary School in Silver Spring, which was closed, fortunately, and set for demolition. Nearly 100 firefighters were needed to knock down the two-alarm fire. Fire Chief Corey Smedley joined me on a media briefing this week to explain that because the building was closed, there were no working sprinklers, which could have slowed down the fire had they been working. Fortunately, because of the timing, the building was empty, no injuries were reported. An investigation is underway to determine the cause and origin of the fire. I also want to thank our staff who responded to the FEMA call to help with rescue efforts in Florida and Georgia in response to Hurricane Helene. Maryland Task Force 1, the Urban Search and Rescue Team, is headquartered in Montgomery County, but also includes members from Frederick, Howard, Prince George's counties, and Washington, D.C. The team is highly trained and experienced in helping during an emergency, but this can still be a dangerous mission. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to these professionals for the work that they do. This week we had a great opportunity to show off the work we're doing on affordable housing. We were delighted to welcome Maryland Secretary of Housing and Community Development Jake Day and his team for visiting Montgomery County this week. We took the Secretary and his team to Long Branch, Tacoma Park, North Bethesda, Rockville, and Gaithersburg to see examples of affordable housing development and neighborhood revitalization that have resulted from county and state funding collaborations. We toured the Housing Opportunities Commission project in the East County. This project, known as Hillendale Gateway, will create more than 450 residences and 2 new buildings. It's the largest residential investment in East County in decades, and just down the street from a White Oak complex that is set to see a major redevelopment soon. The entire Hillendale complex will be all electric, mixed use, and mixed income. It's the kind of project that never comes about on its own. We worked with HOC, the Green Bank, and private investors to get creative with the planning of this project. The total cost of the project is $303 million in the form of private and public debt, as well as other sources, including over $52 million in Maryland low-income housing tax credit equity. There's $16 million from the county's Housing Initiative Fund, $10 million from the Montgomery County Green Bank, and $35 million in construction financing from the Housing Production Fund. State grants will also cover $2.5 million of the cost. Because of the state and county funding, 54% of the units will be affordable to families between 30 and 80% of the area median income. Serving families up to 80% of AMI is significant because these families often make too much money to qualify for affordable housing preferences, yet they struggle to find any kind of housing in the market at prices they can afford. Montgomery County has been able to produce or preserve over 1,700 affordable units over the last 2 years, and we're producing more than 600 additional affordable housing units. I enjoyed this opportunity to show how we've devoted record amounts of money to affordable housing since I became county executive. There are exciting projects in the works that will help us add jobs, grow the economy, and show the need for continued expansion of our bus rapid transit system to give our workforce and residents easier ways to access all parts of our county. The anniversary of the tragic October 7th terrorist events in Israel is approaching. Over the past year, I've had many conversations with members of the Jewish, Muslim, and other communities. While our diverse communities fear for the safety of their family and friends abroad, they also fear for themselves and their loved ones here at home in Montgomery County. They're scared of the violence in their own neighborhoods, synagogues, and mosques. This is a sad reality, even though our county is one of the most diverse and welcoming places in the country. We've still seen a rash of anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, and other hateful acts in our schools and across our communities. As the day of this anniversary approaches, we must stand united against hate. Multiple county departments are engaged with our community, including the Office of Community Partnerships, Office of Human Rights, Department of Health and Human Services, and the Regional Service Center offices. Our Office of Emergency Management and Homeland Security and the Police Department are also focused on this significant date. During my media briefing this week, Assistant Chief Willie Parker Lone said that there will be increasing patrols in place leading up to and on October 7th. Police are also engaging in community outreach and contacting houses of worship to answer questions and pass along safety tips. There's also information sharing going on at a national level that MCPD is participating in. Chief Parker Loam encouraged anyone who sees or hears anything suspicious to call 911 or call 301-279-8000. Over the past 3 years, we've provided grants to nonprofit and faith-based organizations. This week, we reopened the program for applicants. We're the only jurisdiction that we're aware of that provides local funds to our nonprofits that are at risk of hate incidents. Last year, we awarded $900,000 to help protect organizations. This year, we've increased that funding to $1.2 million. Eligible organizations can request up to $15,000 per facility, and funds must be expended over a 12-month period. Applications are due by 11:59 p.m. on Friday, October 18th. To apply or find more information about this grant, please visit montgomerycountymd.gov. There's another program that MCPD launched over the summer that is important to highlight. The MoCo Connect program allows residents and organizations to voluntarily register their security cameras with our police department. The goal is to help the police's Violent Crime Information Center as they investigate incidents. The video can also be used when people are missing. You can learn more about this or sign up at mococonnect.org. Over the next few weeks, we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with activities throughout the county. We have events broken down by region, so just visit lhninfo.org/HHM24 to learn what is happening through October 15th in the East County, Mid-County, Silver Spring, Up-County, Rockville, and Bethesda. One event for the entire community will be the Ama Tu Vida, Ama Tu Herencia Festival and Health Fair that will be held in Wheaton on Sunday, October 6th. You'll be able to enjoy Latin food, music, and demonstrations focused on healthy lifestyles, and health screenings will also be available. Census numbers show that more than 20% of Montgomery County residents are Latino or Hispanic. Our goal is to celebrate and embrace Montgomery County's growing diversity, honor our Hispanic heritage, and promote a greater understanding of appreciation of its diverse traditions, history, and achievements. Minority-owned firms account for more than 51,000 businesses in Montgomery County, according to the Maryland Department of Commerce. The county is in touch and focused on helping all businesses succeed here, and that includes helping Hispanic entrepreneurs with a newly launched business incubator that is taught in Spanish. A few years ago, Margarita Womack was a professional scientist longing to do something different. She turned away from her lab and got involved in a local incubator and put her heart and soul into growing an empanadas business. Her products are now available in several grocery stores up and down the East Coast, including Whole Foods. Last week, I joined the Rockville Chamber of Commerce, the Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation, and the County Council in helping Margarita celebrate the grand opening of her new expanded Mas Panadas headquarters. I'm proud of the way Montgomery County responded when she needed help, leaning on the County Business Center for answers, help, and even some aid and expansion. Margarita has had her employees in mind since day one and has helped them gain a stronger economic foothold with their own personal finances through the help she's provided. This is the kind of success story that I hope our incubators produce. Every small business starts with a big idea. I look forward to visiting more Hispanic business owners over the next few weeks for Hispanic Heritage Month. Free COVID-19 tests will be available from the federal government through the mail again by the end of the month. It is in anticipation of the start of the flu season when COVID-19 cases and other respiratory illnesses are expected to make their yearly surge. The tests will detect current virus strains and will be available through the end of the year at covidtests.gov. As we mentioned last week, the county's COVID distribution of free COVID tests has come to an end, so it's more important this year that our residents request these free tests be sent to them through the mail. On Monday, Montgomery County marked our annual Car Free Day. The county waived all fees on ride-on buses. Car Free Day is celebrated around the globe, and it encourages traveling in ways that are more environmentally friendly than driving. Some participants entered into a raffle for prizes like gift cards, an annual Capital Bike Share membership, and a pre-funded Smart Trip card. I encourage residents to try our alternatives to driving alone, such as walking, biking, taking public transportation, bringing other people with you when you go to work, or working from home. Ride-On operates more than 80 routes throughout the county, and our new Ride-On Trip Planner app makes planning your ride easier and convenient. We have a wonderful asset here in the Ride-On, and if we work together in our region, we can make it a better option for more commuters and people from outside Montgomery County who want to take advantage of our shops, restaurants, jobs, and activities. That's a wrap for today. I hope you have a great week, and I'll be back again next week.